how are you doing today? This is Anna Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see, who do we have on watching today? I would love to give you some shout outs if you're here with me. Today we're going to be talking about investing in yourself. I'm really passionate about this, and I would love to help if I can help anyone with my advice, and I will just share with you what I learned. So let's get started. So if this is the first time you're ever watching any of my videos, my name is Anna Stropnik. I help people get healthy, live longer, help them with having better sleep, more energy, less pain, and I also help them reach their time and financial freedom. So let's start with the question, how do you invest in yourself? So is it through books? Is it through different trainings, schools? Is it, do you pay for different coaches and mentors? So no matter what business you are in, this kind of can be for you as well, even if you're not a network marketing like myself. So how do you invest in yourself? What do you do? So I'll just start with a quote from Jim Rohn. And what he says, and Eric Worre repeats this quote very often too, is in order for things to get better, you need to get better. In order for things to improve, you need to improve. So what am I talking about? So if you're unhappy, like you just started the home-based business, you're reach to a certain level, but you're just not happy where you're at. You just think you should be growing faster, you should be at this level, at that level, and you're comparing yourself to someone else, and you see they're having great results. But then if you compare what they know and what you know, at which level you are with your knowledge and your skills, this will equally be your rank and your the money you're making as well. So let's talk about some really powerful skills. I'll share with you something that I learned today. So who would like to know 3 words to absolutely avoid and that successful people never use? Okay, type in number 1. So this is something that I learned from this morning's training. I'm really excited to share this with you. So if you want to be successful, this is a total no, don't use these words. All right, word number 1 is don't use the word overwhelmed. So when we're overwhelmed, what does that say about us? Oh, we're just gonna have a pity party of everybody else. Oh yeah, me too. It's just so overwhelming, and you're not creative. You're not producing results. You're not going to be attracting successful people to you using that word. So that's 1. What is opposite to that? Okay, pay attention now. So what is opposite? What should you use instead? Instead of saying that you're overwhelmed, it can be, I was super overwhelmed with my, not knowing, for instance, I'm trying to build a blog, and it's just something that I just got stuck, and I had to, ask other people to help me with this. But then I changed the way I think about that. Is I'm making progress. So that's the opposite word. I'm actually making progress, and I know way more about creating a blog, writing a blog, doing certain things than I did when I first started, and I'm grateful for that. So use the word progress. Don't ever use the word overwhelmed. So whatever it is you're doing, just say, I'm making a progress. I'm making a progress on this. So that's number 1 word. Number 2, don't use the word frustrated. So frustrated is another not a good word. It's a bad energy. It doesn't serve you. It will attract other people who are frustrated, and that's not somebody you want in your business. So that's another word, a complete no-no. So take it out of your of your vocabulary. The 3rd word is disappointed, and so disappointed, you will probably be shocked to know, but disappointed is actually pre-planned. We are pre-planned for disappointment. We're we're going into conversations, for example, with certain expectations, and if that doesn't happen, like for example, you're like, oh, you know, it's going to be so awesome, this so and so is going to buy this from me or join my business or whatever, and then when that doesn't happen, disappointment happens. So it's really a pre-planned part. You pre-planned yourself for disappointment. So instead of that, you really need to be going into every conversation, every relationship with no expectations. It really is like the best way to do it. So you really want to minimize that disappointment, right? And then what is the opposite word to disappointment? It is appreciation. So be appreciative, you know, thanks, you know, instead of like going, oh, you know, why didn't you do so and so, and you know, why didn't you like want to join me, you know, instead of thank them, you know, be really, really appreciated. You will feel better and you will attract the right people to work with you, I promise. So that way you are really clearing out your energy and attracting the right people that are right for your business, for your growth, and people who you can see working with in the future as well. So clear out those 3 words. So that's my training from this morning. I'm sharing it with you. So don't be overwhelmed, frustrated, and disappointed. Okay, another thing. So would you like to know what is the number 1 reason why you're feeling stuck and not moving forward in your business? So if that's you, type in number 2. I would love to share this with you. So this is going to be number 1 reason, and that is, are you making excuses? So that's the number 1 reason why you feel stuck, why you're not moving forward. It's you're making excuses. You either like, oh, you know, it's summertime and, you know, everybody's on vacation and, you know, like kids are out of school and nobody builds a business in the summer. And what else is another one? I don't have money, I don't have time, you know, there's just, or you're comparing yourself to somebody who's more successful, yeah, but they have it like this, they have it like that, you know, they're like, you know, they have better circumstances, and you know, you can go on and on and on and on making excuses, but they're not moving your business forward. If nothing, you know, they're moving it back. So stop making excuses, stop comparing yourself to other people, and opposite of that is really taking action. You know, like you won't have time to think about all these excuses if you're actually there on your phone, on your Facebook, or however you're building your business, and just, you know, take action, talk to people, message people, call people. You know, it will make out your day and you will stop those excuses. But if you have excuses why not to do something, you can have plenty of them. And I promise you, there's somebody who has a worse situation than you, and they're making it happen. So, you know, quit with excuses. So that's my number 2 training. That's something that I picked up yesterday from another training that I had. All right, and then another topic that I saw, actually a few of my friends use this as a topic for their lives today, and that's really an interesting topic to me as well, and I'm probably going to do a live very soon about that, and that is your self-limiting beliefs. So you probably like think, what is that? So your self-limiting beliefs is something that is limiting you from achieving more, from getting to the next level, from making extraordinary results. And we all have it in some way or another. And this is really something that is completely your mindset, and that is something that we totally need to work on if you ever want to achieve success. It is something that is absolutely necessary to deal with those self-limiting beliefs. So I'll just tell you like an example. So what is that? It's like your inner voice, you know, when you're like doing, like for example, you know, I'll say, you know, I'm going to be a millionaire, and then that inner voice will tell me, oh yeah, right, you know. So that's your self-limiting belief. You know, if you don't believe that you will do something, you will not. So there are ways to train your mind to think differently, and there's definitely ways to work with that and change the way of thinking and change the way things appear later on. So that's what self-limiting belief is. So we have fears, we have like different fears. For example, could that be our fear of failure, fear of disappointment, fear of ridicule, fear of success. So that's another. Then we can have like self-limiting beliefs about money and anything that comes with money. We were maybe brought up to think, you know, money is bad, money is root of all evil, but it's really the love of money is the root of all evil, not the money itself. Money is just an exchange for value. So more value you have, more money you can get in exchange to that. And if you absolutely, you know, don't want to be rich, you know, you can always donate 90% of your income, and if you want to help people and it's not about money for you, you can always do that, and that way you can impact more people. So so that's like what your self-limiting beliefs is. So let me talk about one that you wouldn't think that it's a self-limiting belief. It's the fear of success. So I'll just give you one example. We were just chatting in my Rank Makers group, and we were talking about like I just recently had a contest that I didn't win, but the first prize was actually interview with my mentor Ray Higdon. And I was just saying, you know, like the biggest fear I had actually in that whole contest was not that I will not achieve the result. I could have like easily achieved that if I just maybe started like a little bit earlier that day. So the time was really my issue, but I could have totally won it. But my fear was actually when I was getting closer to like that high number, oh my God, the fear of that interview itself. So that's totally like a fear of success, and you know, it's definitely something you need to get over, because it's something that is going to create your success. If you have a fear of that, you know, lose it, work on it, eliminate it. And so how do you invest in yourself? So if you're in a network marketing, you know, lots of times I hear that people don't invest in themselves more than what their company training is. And that's all fine and well. I found myself that for me it's not enough. It's great, but I need more training in addition to that. For me, it's not enough to just listen to training like once a week, because like our leaders are amazing. I love my company, but also they're busy with other things. You know, running a team is a big task. You know, they only have maybe time to do a training maybe like once a week. But if you want to shorten that curveball of training, if you want to succeed faster, you really need to get some additional training. And there's tons of things that you can do for free online, but doing that, you're not getting a full value. You're not getting your specific questions answered. So if you work with somebody who is able to like answer your question right there and then, and if you're working in a group of like-minded people who want to grow really, really fast, it's the best way to go. So in addition to your training that your company provides, you know, it's a smart investment into coaches and mentors if you want to learn a specific thing. I'm actually a part of 4 groups with 3 different coaches, and I absolutely love it, and they're all for specific thing, and I'm just like, you know, you don't want to be like working with 10 people at the same time, and it's not even possible for me to work with all 4 at the same time, but I know like, okay, this is something that I'm going to focus this week, this is something that I want to learn this month, or this is something that I'm slowly working on, which is like my blog, right? You know, it's really, really a great way to create success faster and shorten that curveball of learning. So that's all for me. If you'd like to chat to me about which groups I'm in, who are my mentors, I would love to share this with you, because I share this with everyone. I absolutely love all of my groups and all of my coaches. So yeah, feel free to message me or comment below, and we'll chat. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow.